And now you just put this camera on. It wasn't before?
No. It was everything is on air, just for recording for us for YouTube after. So you can say.
Okay. Then for YouTube, we have to say that we have already started our conversation. And our main topic today is that we are talking about dictionary portals, Sõnaveeb, learners Sõnaveeb, and about teaching materials that learner can find in this portal, and about language technology. And now we already started, and we look at this portal from inside. Okay, but now if we just look at the same word, koer, in this big Sõnaveeb, then we see that this information is like huge. So it's much more information comparing to learners Sõnaveeb. And that's why we just say that if you learn Estonian, then use this learners Sõnaveeb, not this big Sõnaveeb. For example, if you look at this word, we see that for the word koer, for the substantive, we have you see 3 meanings now. Learners, there was only 1 meaning, but for this, let's say for native speakers and for those who speak Estonian fluently on B2, C1 level, we have 3 meanings. The first one would be the same, this animal, and then we would have this astrology, and then last one would be a very unexpected one. It's an adjective, and it actually means naughty. So that in Estonian you can say like dog, boy. It means naughty boy. Yeah. So this is like the biggest difference between Sõnaveeb and keeleõppija Sõnaveeb. So let's try that you try to use this Sõnaveeb. And the question is that, for example, you want to know how to say grasshopper in Estonian. Mida see sõna tähendab? Yeah. It means that you have to open Sõnaveeb, right? And try to find this Estonian equivalent for grasshopper.
So we are going main page.
Yes.
A digit grasshopper in English.
Yep.
Grasshopper. Oh yeah. It's coming up. Oh yeah, I got it all.
Yeah. And how is it?
Sirista jalgadega putukas.
This is definition. This is the explanation in Estonian. Yeah. And this word itself is here.
Rohutirts. Okay.
Rohutirts. Yeah. Rohutirts. If you would go to learn a Sõnaveeb, it would be like easier. So if you go here and we put it grasshopper, then we will get it right away. And you see this explanation also that here we explain it like suur roheline putukas, kellel on pikad tagumised jalad, kes hüppab väga kõrgele ja kes teeb väga kõrget häält. So that the explanation is in easy language, so that if you compare it to this grasshopper translational equivalent in this big Sõnaveeb, then we see that it's difficult. This is like a B2, C1 vocabulary source to understand, right?
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. And when we just were looking for grasshopper, you saw already, right? So that you put the beginning of the word and then you get words that start with the same component. So it works for Estonian, of course, as well. So that, for example, you want to find words that start with particular part. For example, you make a crossword or something. For example, we want to find something that starts with smart, which is in Estonian would be nuti. And then we just do it like this. We put nuti, and then we can put asterisk, and then we will get all words which use this component here, right? And again, we can you put all dictionaries, or we choose only one dictionary, and we also choose the language. For example, I want only Estonian words here, and then we get it. And those are all smart things in Estonian. We even have like such kind of things like nuti prügikast näiteks. I don't know. Do you know what is it?
Smart trash.
Yeah. Yeah, again. Right. In Russian, it would be umная urna. But you see, no English equivalent here, so it means that not always we have English equivalents. So users, please try to read Estonian definitions. I thought that the next thing we could look at is those word forms, right? And how to read them. Actually, in Estonian, I thought I will take the word book, raamat. Okay.
Yeah, raamat.
Interesting here also. Raamat. I wrote it here. And here we have those word forms. And in Estonian, when you learn Estonian, right, of course, it's important to know those basic forms for nominative, genitive, and partitive, and
Plural.
yeah,
Plural,
and plural and singular, right? So
Nice
and
cameo.
yeah, and it's actually like it's in Estonian we have 14 cases, right? And it's kind of scary, but actually it's not scary at all because you have to know only those 3 basic cases, but you have to study. But the rest, they actually correspond to English prepositions and postpositions, right? So that once you know the meaning of this ending, then it's quite easy for you to understand what you can, in which context you can use particular forms. So that, for example, if we have here this book, how do you say I have one book? Mul on üks.
Mul on üks raamat.
Ja need on
Raamatud.
raamatud. Mul on kolm raamatut ja mul on palju
raamatuid.
Great. So that if you know rules, right, so that we know that numerals and negative forms, we use this form, and for words, for example, like palju and vähe, a lot and not, and just a few, then we use this raamatuid. And now if you would like to say the sentence that we talked about one book, so that I would say me rääkisime ühest raamatust, and now I would like to say in plural, me rääkisime nendest raamatutest.
Yeah.
Right, good. And what is also important here is that some learners ask if it's possible to see how to pronounce words, right? Well, raamat is not that interesting from this point. So let's look, for example, at the word pen, pann in Estonian. So we have pann. Again, we use this show as a table. We see all 14 cases. And now I put this with signs. And here now we see how to pronounce this word.
Okay.
And all the explanation of what kind of symbols we have here inside of these words, we have here at the end. Of course, it's in Estonian, but not of course it's in Estonian. It could be also in English, but if we need to translate, we can use some machine translation or ChatGPT. But what is important here is that we show actually this, like in Estonian, there are like syllabic quantities, quantity 1, quantity 2, quantity 3, and we have palatalization. So it means that you pronounce this softer. So those are marks that actually like show it. This and this. But so that if learner wants to understand how to pronounce it, those marks are actually very helpful. But you also can listen.
Pann.
Okay.
Panni.
Yeah.
Panni. Panni.
You see? And then if you just are not sure, then you can listen. And then you can understand, is it like a quantity 3, or is it quantity 2, or quantity 1?
Panni.
See?
Panni.
This is very important thing. And sometimes in Estonian, it's important to see that, because when you just see the word, you cannot actually understand what is the difference. And the classical example is, for example, such kind of word as salary. Do you know how is it in Estonian? In Estonian?
Palk. Salary.
Yeah, salary.
Palk. Yeah.
And you see, this is very interesting word because Now, if you listen, the first one is salary, exactly. And then you pronounce it like
palk,
palk,
palga,
palga,
palka,
yeah.
palka.
Yeah. And then the second word is this log. It's the same written. It looks completely the same, but it has a different word
pronunciation,
right? And also pronunciation. So that if you put pronunciation on, we just see
palk, palgi, palki,
but you see here, this is important
palk,
to just to distinguish, right? So that we say palk, and when we are talking about salary, we say
palk,
palk.
palk.
Yeah, so it's possible, you know, if you're just not sure how to pronounce. And we have this pronunciation information for 10,000 words here. Or for example, let's take this one.
Nike.
When people just see this, they have no clue how to pronounce it, right? And then this our portal can help.
ööd, ööd,
Okay.
Yes.
So your exercise would be choose the right form, right? So that we use this word tigu, snail. And now we want to say that I have a lot of I have snails in my garden. Okay. And now what I want you to do is that you go to Sõnaveeb and you just try to find the right form. If you're not sure, maybe you know it already. You can guess.
I think it's tigud.
Yeah, you can. You think it's tigud. Now let's check it.
Yeah, because teod is almost
But this is plural.
plural.
Okay. Now you go to the portal.
Yeah.
Try to find their tigu.
I do or you do? I do. You do. Tigu divan. No?
Nee. Tigu. Teod. Tigu. But if you want to say that I have snails in my garden, then I use this form and I put this D ending at the end. And then as a result,
teod.
I get
So teod is right.
Yeah, teod is right. Yeah.
Teod is right.
So this is the possibility, you know how to check if you are not sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Great.
Great. This is helpful.
Thank
right?
you. Yeah.
So next time, if you don't know how to say tigut or teod, you know where to look at. Now also we have this information for verbs that is also very important. Let's say, for example, let's use such kind of easy word as lugema. Not that easy. To read, yes. So again, here we have this explanation and translational equivalence. And now we look at those forms. You know that in Estonian we have two infinitives, right? So that if I want to say that I have to read, then I would use this first form, for example, yeah? So that ma pean
lugema.
But ma tahan
lugeda.
Ma tahan lugeda. Aga if you want to say my child reads, minu laps.
Minu laps loeb.
Loeb, yeah. And now if you open this show as a table, so it looks, the first impression might be a little bit really like scary, that so many grammatical forms, but actually nothing special here. It's for all languages. We have such kind of tables where you can see how to conjugate and decline words. And if you look now at this table, what you can see here is that first of all, you see this indicative, right? And then you see how to use this word in presence, olevik.
Oh, yeah. Olevik.
For example, if you say mina, mina loen, sina
loed,
tema,
loeb,
meie,
loeme,
teie,
loete
ja nemad
loevad.
Yeah. Loevad. And if you want to say that they don't read, then we use this not või mina või sina ei.
Loe.
Yeah, and you see here no endings, so that it's like very very typical, so that people say mina loen, mina ei loen, so that they just leave this ending here.
Yeah.
But we know that it just should disappear when we are talking about negative form, then it just disappear.
Yeah.
And we have here like personal and impersonal, but impersonal, it's more like B2 level, right? So it means that loetakse, somebody reads, like we don't know who exactly, yeah? So it's impersonal. And now next one would be like this imperfect, yeah? So that lihtminevik. So that, for example, eile ma, if we want to say yesterday I read something.
Lugesin.
Eile ma lugesin, sina eile.
Lugesid.
Lugesid tema.
Luges.
Meie.
Lugesime.
Teie.
Lugesite.
Ja nad.
Lugesid.
Yes.
Lugesid.
And we know that if we're talking about something that was not in the future, but how you say it in the minevikus?
Negative.
Yeah.
Past.
In the past, right? In the past, then we use this nüüd ending, right? So that ei lugenud.
Ei lugenud.
Yeah, ei lugenud. Enough. whoever it is, they ei lugenud. And then in Estonian, we have also this perfect and past perfect and past perfect, but we just keep them because it's also not for B2 C1 level. But we have here this conditional again, so that if you would say that I would read, then you would say mina
Loeksin.
Loeksin. Or you use the short form. Mina loeksin or ma loeks. Sina.
Loeksid.
Ja, loe.
Loeks.
Tema.
Loeks.
Meie.
Loeksime.
Teie.
Loeksite.
Ja nad.
Loeksid.
Exactly. And in the negative form, we would say just a loeks, right?
Yeah, I know that.
So it's like a very like, if you know what kind of forms are there, then it's very easy to use, let's say so. And then we have imperative also. If I want to say you read, then I would say
Loe.
Loe, but don't read.
Ära loe.
Ära loe. Now you read, teie.
Lugege.
You don't read, teie.
Ärge lugege.
Ärge lugege. Exactly.
But that's need the subject when you say kaskiv, when you use the kaskiv.
Kaskiv, yeah.
You don't use just the verb lugege. Loe.
Yeah, you just say lugege. You, yeah. So it's imperative.
I guess, yeah. It's easy goes.
Yeah. Okay, so those were like main information about verbs, and also here we have this information about pronunciation, and we can listen also how to pronounce it, right? So it's
that's very nice. This one.
See, like
lugema, lugeda, loeb, loetud.
And also maybe what is interesting is that in Estonian sometimes you have such kind of words that have two types of paradigms. Or for example, if you just look at ütlema, you see it's like two types. One is like ütlema, ütelda, ütleb, but another one is
ütlema, öelda, ütleb.
So don't be surprised. And be sure that both paradigms are correct, so that you can say ma tahan ütelda and you can say ma tahan öelda. Okay, and now let's have an exercise.
Oh yeah.
The exercise for you would be choose
like
the
that.
right form now for the verb, right? And the thing is that you should find, is it correct to say ma õpin eesti keelt or ma õpin eesti keelt?
That's a spelling. I don't remember.
Right.
I think it's open with one P, but I'm going to check in Sõnaveeb.
Right. Right. So let's check. Now you just put this
So õppima. So
õppima.
one question, when I need to find words from Estonia, do I need to write down with a specific vowels accent? Like in this case, there's a with a O. It just come out with a normal O, for instance.
Yeah, that's why we have here this possibility, you know, so that you can actually type it here because it's sensitive still. Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
So
that's
if
cool.
you, yeah, so that you just use this this function here. So it's here, and you can.
How do you open this? Oh, okay.
It's right here. It's here. Yeah.
Okay,
And you
I
just
got it.
switch between Russian, English, and Estonian, and then you can use it.
Yeah, that's very useful.
Yeah. It's also important that to know that you don't need to write the word in this first form, right? So that we can put it in any possible form, and the program will say that this is the form of this word. So let's look at ma õpin ja see, and then I will show you this.
Yeah, I'm watching too.
Now let's put this õppima.
Õppima and
And our exercise is that we have to find, is it with 2 P's or 1?
yeah, I think it's the second one. Õppim.
Did you find it?
Yeah.
Great. So that we put it here, õppima. And then we can check it here, right? Õppima, õppida, õpib. But if we just open it, show as a table, then we can find it here. Mina õpin eesti keelt. The right way is to write it, to spell it. It's just a grammatical form. It's with one.
Can you do again? I was distracted to open the Sõnaveeb. Where is Sõnaveeb?
You see.
Shows the table. Okay.
Yeah, and then you show as a table. And then you open it, and then you see it. And if you want to see pronunciation, and also those endings, you know, they are just.
Okay.
So then you just put this with signs.
Oh God, because I opened Sõnaveeb was in Estonia. So
yeah, you can change this. You can change this here. Yeah. By default, näita tabelina. Yeah. Now in Estonian, it's very easy, so that you just the stress is almost always on the first syllable, so that you just say tabelina.
Tabelina.
Okay. And thank you. Yeah, always on the, not always, but mostly always on the first syllable, and then it's like for sure. If it's not, then it's also shown here in the Sõnaveeb.
The Sõnaveeb is a recent website.
Actually, we developed it already for 6 years. 6 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I think it's much better than other browser. I mean, as a vocabulary, it looks like very complete and easy to use for, English speaking, because so that's good.
Yeah,
thank you.
Yeah, we try. We have in our institute, we have the whole department, lexicographers, and who are actually like working on this resource on everyday basis, and we renew it like every night. For example, if you find something is wrong or you want to add some new word, so then you just write us, and we will add it, and next day it will be here.
Oh, thank you. It's an update. So.
Yeah. Actually, talking about new words that appear in Estonian, now we have here new section. It's called new words. How many words do you think are registered here during 1 year? New words.
I don't know. I literally don't know. Let's check.
Yeah. We have like 200, 300 words per year, and they're all here. Yeah, and then actually. It's possible, for example, if somebody is interested, then you just press on any word of those, and then you will get it. For example,
is it the words that are just added in the system?
Mostly they're actually, we add a lot of words in the system that were not registered there before, but those are kind of new words, knowledges, classical knowledges, so that It's not, they are just new phenomena which is there, and then we just have the word for this. Like, for example, this one, it was like this work slot in English. So that it means that something is generated with the help of artificial intelligence, right? And then you just use it. And then you just present it as a result of your work. And then, for example, in Estonian, for this work slot, now we registered like 2 words, tööplön ja tehisplära. So that those are words that can be used for this phenomena in English. So this is completely new a thing which came in through English into Estonian. Yeah. And also a lot of words here which are connected with military domain. So because of extra linguistic circumstances. So that, for example, here a lot of things about drone. It's not in English still, it's only in Russian.
Okay.
Translation equivalent, droonipüss näiteks. So this was about new words. Now maybe let's talk about adjectives also, when we have to compare things. What, for example, let's take the word interesting, huvitav. And I want to say that this book is huvitav, is interesting, another one is more interesting, right? Then before, nii huvitav. Before, there were no place where a learner could look for those forms, but now we have them here. So that we have adjective here, and then we have superlative degree and comparative degree, that huvitavam, kõige huvitavam, and derived objects like adverb, huvitavalt. So they're all here. And what is important is that all blue words, they are links, so that if you just go here, it's like more interesting. And now if I want to say that this book is more interesting than another one, then I would say see raamat on
huvitavam. More interesting.
Yeah, so this is actually like a
comparative.
For example, let's talk about more interesting topics. Äkki räägime huvitavamatel teemadel näiteks, jah. Ja siin saab siis jällegi
huvitavamat.
And the same thing we do for adverbs. For example, if I want to say quickly, but do it like more quickly, then how would you say kiiresti? But tee more quickly.
More quickly. Kiirem.
Yeah, this would be like kiirem, if it would be like adjective, like quicker. But if I want to say quickly, more quickly, then I would say kiiresti.
Veel kiiresti.
Yeah, veel kiiresti, good. But if you look at this comparative degree, then it would
be kiiremini. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Kiiremini.
So that we write them here. Kiiresti, kiiremini. So that your exercise would be, for example, let's say that we have this green apple, see roheline õun on magus, sweet. This red, punane õun on veel magus, now I will tell you, it's like more sweeter, right? And this one is the sweeter. So try to find in Sõnaveeb, you just use this word sweet, magus, and try to find those forms so that you can say that this apple is sweet, red one is sweeter, and yellow one is the sweetest.
So I have to check in the table,
No,
so magus,
those forms, they were, just a moment.
Okay, comparative, magusam.
Right.
Magusam, plurale, magusain, plural.
Yeah.
Kõige magusam.
Kõige magusam. Great. So that if you just want to see here, then this see õun on magus, see roheline on magusam.
Magusam.
Ja see kollane on
kõige magusam.
Kõige magusam, yeah. And we have here this magus wine is an expression.
Okay.
Sweet wine. Yeah, actually talking about expressions, it's also important that, for example, if we now talk about wine, let's talk about fish, for example, right? So that color. And it makes sense always to look here for phrases and phrasal verbs. That, for example, we have fish, but here we have two expressions to go fishing, like kalale minema, et lähme kalale, and then we can also have this näiteks, et ma käin kalal pühapäeviti, then I go fishing every Sunday, right? So that it makes always sense when you learn words, then to look here also what kind of phrases and phrasal verbs can be used with this particular noun, for example. And one more exercise, and then we will look for subpages and then come back to Sõnaveeb. It's now about geographical names.
Okay.
In Estonian, it's quite a difficult topic. The difficult is not the topic, but the choice of ending, case ending for this particular word, for this particular place name. For example, let's take Tallinn. How do you say ma lähen, kuhu?
Tallinnasse.
Tallinnasse, good. But if you want to check, right, then this information is also available here. So that, for example, here we have Tallinn, proper noun, okay? And then we just have here this information about kuhu.
Tallinna, ja Tallinnasse.
Tallinna, ja Tallinnasse. So that it's written here, yeah?
So, but both are good. Both
Yes.
is correct. Okay.
Yeah.
Tallinn, ma lähen Tallinna,
Yeah,
Tallinnasse.
yeah, they are both correct here.
Okay.
So your exercise would be with place names. You should check if you want to go to New York. Is it correct to say ma lähen homme New Yorki või New Yorgisse?
I think the first one is the contract, the contraction.
Yeah, let's
New
check.
Yorkie. Let's check.
So you just choose, you just look for New York.
So there is all proper names as well.
Yes, we have 5,000 proper names here. All Estonian place names and geographical names, and also international. We have very good specialists here in the institute who is dealing with this. Okay.
Actually, it's New Yorkisse.
All languages, New York.
Sisse,
New York.
no, sisseutle.
Yeah, you look here. Yeah.
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 So it's correct, the second one.
New Yorki.
New York. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so we just look here, New York, New Yorki, New Yorki.
I was checking the table. And
yeah, this is very tricky thing. Yes, I know that you're not the first one. So that that's why actually concerning forms, for example, I got in love with New York. Then this case could be used. But if you're talking about places, then that's why we write it here. Kuhu,
okay.
Kuhu,
New York.
Yeah, that's why it's important to look for this element here. Kuhu, New York. Okay.
Okay, I got it.
Yeah, good. I see that one more exercise still before we go to this picture dictionary. We looked with you at this salary, this bulk issue, right? Now I would like you. So we were talking about this. And if people who are looking also us and using your mobile phones, be aware that those words with the same form but different meaning, they are here behind this symbol here. So that you just press it, and then on the internet, on your phone, you will find it. So we have very interesting word in Estonian, smaks. Maks, it's like taxes, and at the same time it means liver. Right?
I know.
But case endings the forms are different. So that now let's try to use a Sõnaveeb, and we have to translate two sentences. First one, riigis on kõrged. So that in the state we have high taxes. And then another one would be my cat loves liver.
Okay.
And what your exercise is that you need to find this right form in right grammatical form, right?
Okay, so to check max. 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 So maksu riigis on kõrged
Riigis on kõrged.
maksud.
Right, good. Riigis on kõrged maksud. And now we need to put kas armastab. Mida?
What is it, plural, this one?
No, it's in singular. It stays in singular and osastav.
So maksu.
You just
Maksude.
no. You see, the first one is here. This one is this text.
Oh, yeah.
And another one is here.
Okay.
So you should change it so that this one, if I would say that my cat kas armastab maksu, it would mean that it loves taxes. Right?
It's different, yeah.
Yeah, but
It's
if I want to
different,
say that liver, then I would say kas armastab.
And where is the liver?
This
Max. Oh, okay. Now I got it.
So
is maksa.
Yeah.
Maksad.
Maksa.
Maksa.
Yeah. So that kas armastab, mida maksa.
Mida maksa. Okay. So the root is the same. It's changing the.
Yes. And this is very important. And this is very important because if you say maksu, it's about this. But if you say maksa, and then it's liver. So that's why it's important with those words that you just look at those endings as well, right? Okay, now let's go for a while to those learning materials that we have here in the menu of Sõnaveeb. And the first thing that we are going to look at is this picture dictionary. So it's actually also good for independent learning, but of course it can be used with a teacher. So the idea behind picture dictionary is that we have 2 levels of vocabulary, like elementary and intermediate. And you see, for example, if we look at weather. Now I will translate it into English. It's available in 5 languages. So that, for example, I put ilm, then päike, tuul, vihm, lumi. But if I put it now into English, then it would be if you would learn English, for example, at the moment, then we would have here sun, wind, rain, snow. This is like elementary vocabulary. Now, if I put intermediate to it, then we have much more words how to express weather in Estonian.
Very nice.
Yeah, it's now in English, but now if I will put it again into Estonian, then we will see that not only päike paistab ja tuul puhub, but in Estonian we have also lörts, rahe, välk, lumi, tuisk. So that unfortunately very soon. And also what is important is that we always say that don't study words alone, but in the context of sentence, right? So that, for example, et tuisk, eile oli tugev tuisk. Auto jäi tuisu tõttu lumme kinni. Ja siis saab neid lauseid saab ka kuulata.
Auto jäi tuisu tõttu lumme kinni.
Nüüd ta tuli.
Tuisk.
All those words also
Lumi.
possible that you can...
Vikerkaar. Häike.
Nice.
Yeah, so altogether 1,000 words here and 50 topics. So it's possible to learn it by topics, but it's possible also to integrate into, like for example, if you want to study, I like doing something, mulle meeldib mida teha, and then if you know some, for example, lugeda, lugema, you see it shows you where it's in the dictionary, it highlights it. Then it finds it, and then, for example, I can use this construction. Mulle meeldib lugeda, mulle meeldib laulda, mulle meeldib muusikat kuulata. And if I'm not sure about this grammatical form, then I press here and I'm in this learn a Sõnaveeb, and then I can see what is the right grammatical form, lugeda. So that it's possible to use them in combination. Also, what we have here is so we have such kind of topics, and then we have also such kind of topics where you have to describe what's going on. Not here, but here, for example. So that you look at the picture, and then you just want to know how you would call this object, for example, right?
Oh, very nice.
And then we have here, for example, mootorrattur.
Okay.
And this picture actually describes mootorrattur kannab kiivrit. Kiiver on, what is it in English? Kiiver, let's see, Hamlet. So that mootorrattur kannab kiivrit. And so we have all objects that are here in this picture. And then ideally, we just would like learner to describe what's going on here. That, for example, auto sõidab bussi järel.
Okay.
Sõidab aeglaselt.
But there is also the pronunciation.
Yes, you can listen, but now somehow it doesn't. It works for verbs.
Jalakäija ületab tee.
Buss. Auto.
No, it was working.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we have actually here interesting function. It's like automatic. I will translate it into English again. So it's like automatic audio. And if I put it on, then I don't have to press the words. I just go with my mouse here and then.
Käelaba.
Pea.
Kael.
Põlv.
Oh, nice.
Selg.
Puus.
Käsi.
This is this automatic audio. And then also we developed it for kindergarten. That's why for children it's important. Not this picture. It's important to read so that they are in these capital letters, so that they can read when. And with fishes again, you just translate it into English. You look how they are called in English, and we should go back to Estonian, and then so that that sometimes even in first languages we don't know the name of those names. What kind of
yeah, it's true.
And we have here also some grammatical topics. Let's look at this prepositions and postpositions in Estonian. It's very logical system. It's always like you go somewhere, then you are there somewhere, and you go out or you go back. And it's like cases, and here we have prepositional system. That, for example, you look at this series of those pictures, and now maybe you can tell me what's going on here. So that, for example, here that koer
on the on that on the chair.
Yeah, and in Estonian it would be koer hüppab tooli.
Tooli peale.
Yeah, koer istub tooli
peal. Ja,
ja nüüd koer hüppab tooli
pealt from the.
Yeah, tooli pealt maha. And here we have also example sentences.
Okay.
And which actually like help, so that if you like don't know how to, because it's preposition, postposition, it's quite difficult. And here we have like for all. Like for example, this one, so that koer läheb sinna peremehe juurde, nüüd on koer peremehe juures ja nüüd ta läheb peremehe juurest ära, on ju. So that if you have this like this visual form, it's maybe it's easier to understand how the system works in Estonian, right? And mostly all the most frequent prepositions and postpositions are here, so that you see not all of them are triple. Like for example here, what's going on here? Et koer hüppab rõngast läbi. Yeah, and here koer hüppab karbist üle. No, and here we have kaudu, näiteks, et kass käib õues akna kaudu. So
what does it mean in this case is in the windows? How you translate this?
Through or by.
through,
the
right,
window,
down,
by the window, like
right.
kaudu is
Through the
like,
window.
yeah, transition.
Yeah, so this kaudu is quite difficult. So this one would be also like kaudu. For example, sõidame linna kaudu, käime kirikust läbi, so that we go through the city and go to the church and then go so through. And again, if we go to this learner Sõnaveeb, then we have here that this is postposition. And we also show the case usually, but we are going to change it a little bit, so it's not very maybe easy. But here you have examples like Vara sisenes majja akna kaudu. So that through the window, this thief.
Varas sisenes Marja akna kaudu.
So this is one resource that can be maybe helpful. Another one which we are going to look at is that this Learn Estonian.
Oh yeah, very good.
Yeah, this is also, if this is mostly for those who are going to make examinations for B1 and also B2 levels mostly. So what we have here, we have...
I want just to comment, is amazing what we can see here. If we use AI like ChatGPT or Gemini, we really have the like final result and we just trust. Here we can understand how is working the system and control better. It's not like we say, no, never use, especially when it's a well-trained assistant, AI assistant, you're welcome to use. But it's so important to understand how it's working, because this is our privilege to know how it's working. And thanks to Sõnaveeb, we really can see what is going on under the the iceberg and under the water. So we don't see just the upper part. So this is for B1 or also B2?
Now at the moment, at first when we started the compilation, then we thought it was mostly for B1, but now we have like more and more resources added here. And now we have new project in the institute, and hopefully soon it will be also reorganized, this all information, so that it will be possible.
Oh, so interesting. What kind of project you have? Something new is coming?
We are going to, we hope it will, we will manage to create such kind of resource so that it will be possible to search information according to your level of proficiency. For example, you can choose I am A2 level, and then, for example, writing, and then you can get examples of letters, how to start the letter. So it will be all in accordance with this language proficiency level.
Okay, and exactly this page will give all
we want to add more information here, more, for example, these phrases and so on, and also like more grammatical information and reorganize this information. Yeah,
amazing. We wish you success.
Yeah, hopefully we will manage. So actually what we have here, it's like some grammatical information, mostly for teachers. Maybe it's very good to use it, you know, like when you have those in comparison. And let's look at this writing. Now it's all in Estonian.
Okay.
But as we looked with Natalia, I will show you now, so that we just encourage really people to use, let's say, machine translation or AI chatbots for translation. Now, for example, here we have like examples how to write letters, how to start the letter, how to
nice.
what phrases you can use at the end of the letter. And let's say, for example, here, so that how to end the letter. I just have a prompt here in ChatGPT already ready for us. So the prompt would be translate the following phrases from Estonian into English and present the result as a table with 2 columns. So I put it here. And as a result, in a moment, I would have such kind of bilingualized resource, right? So that, so we just encourage here, so that if you want a translation for those phrases, then you just can use, for example, ChatGPT. So before we thought that, okay, we have to write here translations, but now it's not that important. And here we have different kind of texts, especially for B2. So for example, like authorization, this one would be, for example, inquiry, so that how to inquire things. It's a typical what B2 should do, right? Or complain. So that kirjutan teile seoses sellega, pöördun teie poole teenuse kvaliteedi asjus küsimuses, kirjutan teile seoses sellega. So that those are ready phrases, ready-made phrases, so that, for example, if you want to write this complaint, then you just can use those phrases, so that I would like to return, I would like to get a refund, I would like to receive, so that those are here, the collection of phrases. Also, we have here for picture description, for how to describe graphs. So this is all about this exam context, right? And also for teachers, if we have teachers here, for example, we have also like phrases for how to manage all activities in the classroom during the day. So how you start your lesson, how you finish your lesson, how you keep discipline there. And so it's also such kind of phrases here. And then we also have, if you have here students, for example, then we have also this academic language. So that, for example, if you want to, you know that tomorrow you have, let's say, presentation, then you can give here like phrases, such kind of like, so that thank you for the interesting presentation. Aitäh huvitava ettekande eest. I have one question, mul on üks küsimus. So that all those phrases are ready for you and you just repeat them. Of course, you can ask ChatGPT talk with me, and let's try to use those, just create like voice assistant function, but at least you have such kind of resource, and it's all manually edited and checked. Okay, this was about this õpime eesti keelt, and we have here more resources even. This pronunciation exercises, it's also might be interesting and useful. This is now so that you can practice your pronunciation. Natalia knows more about this. But for example, here we have vowels.
Oh, yeah.
And
Very nice, this
kind
one.
of vowels in Estonian, you can listen.
I, Ü, U, Õ, O, Ä, A.
Yeah. And then you have also those video recordings made by Innova, so that you can actually like also see how to pronounce certain vowels and consonants and other sounds. And then you have like different kind of exercises here, so that you can distinguish like here, for example, it's all in Estonian. If I put it into English, then it's just so that you how to pronounce it, how to compare.
Tonn,
For example, here just tonn, and then you have to like
tonn, tonn, tonn,
Okay.
tonn.
you see such kind of exercises. So
Can we just say one example of the video before? It's like the posture of the mouth with the video.
Yeah, so it's you just go here, vowels. Now I just it's all in English, okay? And then show more here. And here we have
that's video.
Yeah, and here you have those videos.
Okay.
But those are not produced by our institute, but it's like
Okay.
Suu on avatud.
so that they just give you instructions. Yeah, they give you instructions how to pronounce those.
Okay, that's clear. Thank you. The example, visual example.
Yeah, and actually, this project will also continue about this exercises. So it's not so next year already we will have like more exercises there for this purpose. And then very shortly, another one is this teacher's tool. It's also kind of interesting resource, but not for learners. It's mostly for teachers. But what it gives you, let's say, list of words that, for example, I want to see what kind of prepositions should know adult learner at A1 level. And then we have here like all, all prepositions are now at A1 level almost, all those triples, and then you just have the all, alt. And it's quite systematic work here behind so that it's possible to see, what kind of words. But actually, how many words do you think we have here for, let's say, B2 level, B1 level?
I don't know. Three.
Yeah. No, actually, it's like so that A2 it's 2,500 and B1 it's around 5,000 words. So this is approximately what the vocabulary should be. And we have here such kind of descriptions. And then we have also grammar description, also what kind of grammar competence should be for particular level. And then we have here also like for young learners description in which situation they should cope at particular level also. And then we have here also such kind of thing that you have text and then you just try to understand how difficult is it, what is the how difficult is vocabulary and how difficult is grammar, and then you can check this also here. So this is one possibility. Okay, so those resources that I showed, they were here. This Learn Estonian Picture Dictionary, pronunciation exercises and teachers tools.
Yeah, it's very good.
Yeah. Now let's make 3 more exercises with Sõnaveeb. It will be about synonyms, collocations, and a little bit of grammar. And then we will go to language technology, as I promised, yeah? So, synonyms. It's very important, that we just pay more and more attention on our vocabulary so that we don't use all the time good, bad, bad, good, but we try to use more complicated vocabulary, right? And for this, what is helpful in Sõnaveeb is this synonyms. For example, if I put here, let's say, ilus, nice, right? Then I have here like synonyms and kaunis, kena, meeldiv, right? And also, so in learner Sõnaveeb, like less words, but in this bigger Sõnaveeb, much more words. For example, if we put something like, let's say, keskkonnasõbralik, this is now B2 level. This is ecological, environmentally friendly. It's very difficult to translate this. Keskkonnasõbralik.
Friendly, yeah.
Yeah, friendly, and then environmentally friendly. It's translated into English. But if you look now in those synonyms that are possible in Estonian for this word, then it's like keskkonnahoidlik, keskkonnasäästlik, ökoloogiline. And we have, you see, synonyms. It means that they are full synonyms so that you can use them in the same context and they would still have the same meaning. And similar meaning, it means that they are similar, but they are not like full synonyms, so that you cannot use them in any context and substitute one with another. And here we have even more. You see, like keskkonnateadlik, roheteadlik, this is new word, ökoteadlik, loodussõbralik, öko, informal, rohe, combining form, it means that this is the first part. Säästlik ja säästlik. So that this is the level of synonyms. And the exercise for you would be, let's say you watch film and then you want to say, see film on huvitav, interesting. But try to use Sõnaveeb and find more like words that could be used for this instead of this huvitav.
So, what is the task?
Task is that, let's say you write a sentence, film on huvitav. And then you think that huvitav, it's very basic word. And I want some synonym to substitute. So that would be like more interesting, not just huvitav, not just interesting, but maybe something, like what would be a good synonym for English and for interesting.
So how do you find the synonym? The synonym.
Synonyms. So you go to huvitav,
Okay.
and here you have this similar meaning.
Similar meaning. Okay. Põnev, üllatav, lahe.
Yeah, and then you can say that this film was põnev. See film on põnev. Põnev, it means that not interesting, but this is exciting, thrilling, fascinating, gripping.
Okay.
Those can be considered as synonyms, but no, so that you want to say not just huvitav, but you can say põnev, you can say no, maybe üllatav, vahva, so that from this similar meaning level you can get more examples. Not more examples, but more possibilities how to make your vocabulary, you know, like richer. So, and we were talking about those collocations, and the exercise would be, let me see, the collocation. For example, you have this picture. Describe the picture using collocations with the word sugis. So that exercise is that, you go for sugis, and then you look for collocations, and try to make, let's say, 3 sentences with this.
Sugis. I go where in collocation?
Yeah, and then you go and then you try to find collocations there on the examples.
No, I don't understand. Yeah, because I'm opening my sugis, my Sõnaveeb.
Maybe it's not that very
okay, check what
easily.
you're doing.
Yeah, you see
okay.
it. You see it's here at the end. Actually, we are going to change this presentation again now, but now it's here. See collocations, and then you have to press here. See more.
Can you repeat, please? Because I was in my page. So, okay.
So you go to sugis.
Sugis.
Now
okay.
we want to find collocations with sugis, right? We go down and we find this here, these collocations.
Okay.
And then we press here. And then finally we have collocations with sugis. That's not the best, maybe, yeah.
But in my page, it doesn't appear this collocation. Probably something I forgot to do.
The Sõnaveeb, the main Sõnaveeb, but you need to open keeleõppija Sõnaveeb.
No, it's
Sõnaveeb light.
Here it should be also. No, this is the difference is that if you have collocations, then you have it in both. But the thing is that in this learner's Sõnaveeb, the amount of words, it's much less, because there we have only those B1 level words mostly. For example, you see, if you just see here, so how you can describe what kind of autumn is, then you can just say soe, kuldne, vihmane, sügav, külm. But if you go here, then we have such kind of words like kõle.
Here where? Sorry, here where?
Yeah, so that this vocabulary is much more difficult. This.
In the main Sõnaveeb, the big Sõnaveeb, the adult Sõnaveeb is Sõnaveeb for Estonians, and there are Sõnaveeb for those who are studying Estonia. And this is easier. And you can recognize it by the picture, what you can see. Remember the dog, remember the autumn picture?
Yeah.
So this is, so you can ask, okay. And if you go up and see the browser, you can see light, you know, lite here in the address, browser address.
So Andrea, did you manage to find those collocations?
No, I don't have in my.
Yeah, interesting. They should be here.
Wait a moment, I follow you again. So.
Okay, let's go again. So we just look for, we use this learner's Sõnaveeb, right? Keeleõppija Sõnaveeb. We put here word sugis.
Okay, wait a minute. Probably I missed this passage. Keele Sõnaveeb.
Keeleõppija.
So I have to open this place where there are all the dots.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I got it.
Good.
Okay, sugis. Just a moment. I tried mine what to be so.
Sügis.
Find it. You. So sorry.
sügis ,
Okay, I have now
Great.
the collocation. Yeah, I
Yeah,
have.
collocations here, naabersõnad in Estonian. And then, for example, now if you want to say that, let's say golden autumn, you see, or just cold or beautiful, then you just use adjective and you say, for example, beautiful autumn, kaunis, sügis.
So this is the option of keeleõppija Sõnaveeb.
This is in Sõnaveeb also, but just the amount of words in Sõnaveeb is much bigger than here.
Yeah, I didn't understand that. I would just change the browser, basically.
For example, if I want to say that we are waiting for autumn, then I just would say me ootame sügist. Yeah?
Okay.
Yeah. And here we have such kind of information.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, it could be helpful, especially when you are writing essays, maybe just for sügis, it would be just a description of picture. But for example, if you would talk about economy, let's say majandus, and then you should write an essay, then you also have here like ideas, where to start from. So that the majanduse areng, majanduse seis, riigi majandus, maailma majandus, majandus langeb, tõuseb. Ma õpin majandust, so this could be helpful also. Okay, and now let's look at 2 exercises about grammar, and then finally we go for artificial intelligence again.
Okay.
So we have here also a lot of grammar, but maybe grammar is not the main point. In the portal, this grammatical information is actually called government. Government, it means the phenomenon when one word actually influences what is the grammatical form of another word. Like, for example, if you would look at armastama, love. Yeah? So in Estonian, it's, you see, remember I said that if you just can put in any way, in any form, for example, even if I put here, for example, armastan, then the program would say me, armastan. Then the program should me say that this is the form of the verb armastama.
Okay.
Or if, for example, you put, for example, minna, lähen, and then the program would say, this is the form of the verb minema. And here we have such kind of government. It's called government here. And for example, this government would say that if you love somebody in Estonian, then this somebody would be always in the case of keda mida, see osastav. Or for example, if you want to say that I love doing something, then you would say ma armastan mida teha, and then you would use this second form of this tegema teha. So this is a kind of grammatical information. Just one word. Let's try, for example, if you put this kutsuma, I ask somebody to do something in English, yeah? So in English, diction would be like this, ask somebody to do something. But in Estonian, this to do goes into 2 infinitive forms. And we have to choose, is it vaatama or vaadata? So that if you would have the sentence, sõber kutsus mind jalgpalli vaatama või vaadata, and you want to check, is it vaatama or vaadata? Try to find this information from our Sõnaveeb. It's not that easy. So you just put this kutsuma. Kutsuma, ask.
But in Sõnaveeb, normal Sõnaveeb.
No, I suggest to use this learners because it's just easier.
Learners Sõnaveeb.
Yeah, let's go to learners Sõnaveeb and put kutsuma.
Put kutsuma, and I should find what
government.
What kind of verb form support?
Yeah, should it be mida tegema or should it be mida teha? So that this mida tegema corresponds to this first ma infinitive, and mida teha would correspond to the second da infinitive.
So where I see this information?
Yeah.
Because I opened the
See?
Kutsuma.
And you don't find it there? Yeah, you see it's here, this government.
Ah, government. Okay, okay. Oh, God.
But it's not
Let me
easy.
check.
Yeah, we need to change it, and we
But
actually
I have
working
a
on this.
collocation, Kutsuma. I'm another, because
And then you have here this government. And then you just, if you want to know that is it like vaatama või vaadata, then you just use this mida tegema, and then you understand that this vaatama, it would be my infinitive, and then you put it all together. Difficult there. Yeah, but this is very specific maybe. So that maybe
Okay.
sentences would help also. You see, meid kutsuti kassipoegi vaatama. That we went to look at this small kids. But let's
this is
try.
in learners Sõnaveeb.
Yeah, it's also everywhere, but in learners it's easier. So that, for example, here we say sõber kutsus mind filmi jalgpalli vaatama või vaadata. And then this information, this mida tegema, should say that
Okay, it's clear.
The right form would be vaatama or vaadata.
Okay, I think it's clear. I check other also. Yes.
Yeah, so you see mida tegema, and then you just go for this vaatama, and then we have here this vaatama, and then we just use this. Actually
This is the first word is kutsun vaatama.
Yeah, the right form would be so that sõber kutsus mind jalgpalli vaatama.
Vaatama, yeah.
Yeah, mida tegema.
Mida tegema.
And then this question is there in this article, and then mida tegema vaatama. Yeah, but but we know that we have to change it. It's it's not that easy probably. Okay, so concerning mobile app, right? So if you use the Sõnaveeb on your mobile, you can put it on your home page, on this front page, right? So that home screen it's called. So it's possible to do it in Android from here and in iOS system from here. This is like information. And what we learned about Sõnaveeb is that how to use Eiki portals, right? How to navigate and how to apply it in your daily work. Okay. Not concentrate on those grammatical information, but mostly really you can get translational equivalents. You can check how to conjugate, how to decline words and such kind of information. Now let's we have still 9 minutes more, and let's talk about language technology.
Yes.
So with Natalia, we have a lot of meetings with our learners of Estonian, and now we just were talking that this reality is really changing, right? So that those chatbots, ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude, Perplexity, Copilot, they just offer plenty of opportunities for language learning. Now also those AI assistants on the way, like one is Marco, which is very very advertised now at the moment, and then õpetaja Mari, Natalia created those custom ChatGPT. Then we have learning apps and machine translations, right? What we thought that maybe we should look with you is that not those AI systems, but those systems that are produced in our institute and in other, let's say, Italian university and in Tartu, in Italian Technological University. One resource that can be helpful is speech synthesis. What it does? I don't know if have you used it?
No.
It's kind of a resource that wait, where I am.
Neurocom.
It's called yeah, it's Tartu University actually. This is the resource that allows you to. It's also like Estonian and Võru language, so that you can put here any language, any text, and then you can listen how it sounds. For example, here's the text. Kirjuta siia oma text. And then it says.
kirjuta siia oma tekst.
Yeah, and then you can download this. So this is a kind of, and you can download it, and then it will be a kind of sound file for you, so that you can reuse it somewhere. It's very good for teachers, for example, if you want some, like text to be recorded, let's say, so, and then children, not that you say it, but children can listen to it. So, and you can use between different voices.
kirjuta siia oma tekst.
You see?
That's very loud.
Yeah, this is very loud. Yeah, okay. Yeah, Erika.
kirjuta siia oma tekst.
Okay, so actually we have like two applications. Another one is developed in our Institute of the Estonian Language. So it's Institute of the Estonian Language, it's AKA, and we have here actually the whole catalog of language technology applications which are available for Estonian, so that you can have for example, your own voice trained, and you can produce different kind of audio books by yourself, and so you see like plenty of applications and programs which are developed for Estonian from the point of view of language technology. But I wanted to show you this Sõnaveeb. Okay, I have to probably look at a different way. Sõnaveeb. So this is also technology Sõnaveeb. This is also kind of interesting resource that you can use, so that here you can have also, you see, you put text here, and then you just download it as MP3 file or WAV file, and then you have it for you. And you can use, for example, children.
Tere tulemast! Kirjuta siia oma tekst ja meie loeme selle sulle ette.
Okay. And they have different models that they develop in our institute. So this is also a kind of a good resource if you want to produce files, for download especially. And then maybe what also interesting is not only speech synthesis, but also those speech recognition applications. One is, for example, Textix. This is now Technical University. So this one allows you on the opposite, so that you have already a file, and then you just upload it, the speech recording in Estonian, and wait for the speech recording to complete, and then you have your transcribed text, and then you can download it and use it for your purposes. So maybe it's especially good for students, so that you record something and then you want it as a text, and then you use this program.
Okay.
And maybe, yes, please. Yeah. And maybe last thing to show is that, those grammar correctors, they are on the way, and they are improving all the time. And this year, the last one was developed by the Stalin University. This is also a very interesting application. It shows you what kind of mistakes are made, and not only that it shows you mistakes, but it also explains what is the reason for particular mistake. For example, if I put here the sentence with mistake, so I just, okay, armastan jäätis, so we use the sentence already. So, okay, ma armastan jäätis. So in this sentence, I made 2 mistakes at least. And then the result is that it should, you see, it just says me what kind of mistakes I made, so that I should write it with this capital letter. And then it says that my mistake is in this case, so that this armastama nõuab osastavat käänet, et armastab alati keda mida. Seetõttu peab see jäätis olema osastavas käändes. And then it says also that this one is absent at the end, at this point, so that I just put here, okay, and then, okay, and then, okay, ma armastan jäätist. You see, and as a result, I have corrected version. Yeah. So this is a kind of new thing that is now available for Estonian as well, so that it explains you, so that if you just we made experiments with Natalia with ChatGPT, exactly the same sentence, for example, And a ChatGPT wasn't that efficient as this program. For example, if I say, check my text, check my text and put the same sentence. Maybe then it says that it's perfectly correct in Estonian.
Because
because it's perfectly correct. Right.
Yeah.
Now let's make a mistake. Ma armastab jäätis. Then it should say that armastab, he loves jäätist, should use in this form. So that ChatGPT is a kind of alternative, but of course such kind of tools are also helpful. Okay, so
great, clear.
This is actually it. So that just to repeat, so that what we just looked at this during this hour and a half, so that you know how to use the Sõnaveeb and those language learning materials, maybe so that they could help, for example, in everyday life as well.
Yes, very good. I think it's a very good tool, and thank you for the whole explanation. It was very proficient and useful and clear.
Good.
So
there are no doubt anymore how to pronounce, how to say. Pronunciation is always kind of art, but you need to practice. But for those who, thank you very much, Jelena. Thank you, Andrea. For those who doesn't know what is Räägi, minuga, talk to me in English. So is a big group, more than 25,000 people, 25,300 now. Is a community supporting language learning, Estonian language learning, and Estonian language practices. So we have a lot of volunteers who help you with explanations, and you will have not only AI but human touch with us. You're welcome. We recorded our meeting, so it will be also on YouTube, and we shared in Räägi, minuga group. We will continue our meetings on Wednesdays, I think. In future, we are planning to speak about the pronunciation with Einar Kraut, and probably I will do a special live about AI tools. And what I like to share is about the songs, what we can create thanks to Sõna. So let's see. And one more time, thank you very, very much, Jelena. We did it. This is first time in English.
Helpful. All right. See you.
Yeah, and see you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye-bye.